Slight addendum before we start the video. Throughout the video, I'm saying the new 6-star operator's name is Flametta. It's not with an L, it's with an I. I've only noticed this as I've been editing the video. So the pronunciation should be Fiammetta. Fia is Italian for flame. Fia is a girl's name. So it means like wild flame, which totally makes sense with that operator's design. Flametta basically means the same thing anyway, but I'm pretty sure that's an I, not an L, because it's all capitalized. So it's Fiammetta. Just keep that in mind. Can't be bothered re-recording the whole thing. I'm just going to stick this on here. Done. On with the video. So the new trailer has dropped for Guiding Ahead, the upcoming event for Arknights China, which means it'll be available in 6 months for AK Global. And I thought we'd go have a look through it, a bit of an analysis on the upcoming trailer. So first, immediately want to pause right here, and it's a bit clearer in the next shot, the hospital shot over here. This looks like it's, and based on the lines in the trailer, it looks like that's Exia's sister, and there's a little Exia doll from the looks of it. She does look traumatized, so we may have a bit of a tragic story here. Interestingly, there is no Exia anywhere in the trailer, so I'm not sure if she's going to be involved in the story. That's Mostima standing over there. She's featured quite a lot. It's very much advertised as a Mostima event, so expect to see a lot of her. And there's the new 6-star operator, Flametta. And the whole event takes place in Laterano, which is based on the Vatican. It's where Mostima, Exia, most of the angels are from. New 5-star, he's the welfare for the event, Enforcer, a pusher. Love the music. I like how they incorporated chant into the story. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe if I'd read more of the earlier Arknight story, I might know who that is. She's not a playable operator though, so it should just be a story one. So there's Enforcer. I showed him off in a video yesterday, and he loves to read books. Then, new operator. This is Kazumaru, who's a doll keeper type. Second of her kind. The first was Bina. And now Bina's mechanic was when she died, instead of actually dying, she swaps with a clone of herself or a sister. I'm not exactly sure. And then after a certain amount of time, they swap back if the clone doesn't die. Kazumaru seems to be slightly different in that if we look over here, we can see there's both of them out at the same time. So it could be that it's a bit more like Phantom, but with less flexibility in terms of the placement. So it might just be the clone always just appears in this square in front of her, and that's it. So we'll see if she's got anything to stand out as well. And then I believe here we come to the new 6-star, Flametta, based on a phoenix, of course. Now, Flametta is voiced by Fumiko Orikasa. You will know her as Rukia from Bleach, Hawkeye from Full Metal Alchemist. Is it time to ship Flametta with Lee? And Shirley from Code Geass as well. So a great voice actress. As for her skills, this is probably skill 2, because usually skill 1 is quite uninteresting. Actually, first, let's go back to her deployment. So she's got these 2 different guns, and she descends in like an angel, which is kind of cool. Or like a bird. And then her skill is a line of fire, and as you can see, it's leaving a trail of flames. So it's probably be a little bit like Ifrit. And seeing this skill makes me wonder if this is like Sniper Ifrit. Now, it will depend on the cooldown, because Ifrit skill 2 is all about, you know, that consistency of damage. I have to wait and see. It would be very interesting if we had like a physical damage with a bit of arts burn, you know, like a Sniper Ifrit. That would be interesting to see. And then her third skill, most likely a third skill, because third skill is usually the big impressive one, fires this massive artillery shot. Now, what's interesting about this one, by the way, love the effect, how it looks like everybody's just been cooked alive. What's impressive about this one is the absolute massive AoE of it. Because usually most artillery type shots are in a very small grid. So this is going 1 extra cell out from your standard AoE. So Could be quite crazy. My guess, it'll probably be upfront burst damage, some burn damage, and possibly armor shred while the burn persists. Could be very good. Also depends on the cooldown. Now over here, we've obviously got the new operators and Mostima. That looks like Executor over there, or is he the one in the background over there? So now we're going to get into some of the actual new stuff. So we've got 3 new skins, Tuya, Selek, and Mulberry. This one very much reminds me of the Rosa skin, but where the Rosa skin was very Russian, Eastern European inspired, this looks very British / French design. Very elegant. Love it. Mulberry definitely looks to be taking some cues from Perfumer. Very, very green skin. Love the look of it. And then we got Tuya. Supposed to be medic, but she really looks like a secret agent who's disguised herself as a nun to inject the enemy general who's in recovery from the war, hiding in a convent. That's just what it reminds me of straight away. Then obviously the rerun of Walk in the Dust, which includes a new skin for Heavy Rain. Love the lighting of this one. Love the atmospherics of this skin, more than the skin itself. Although the skin, I think, is an improvement on default Heavy Rain, but I absolutely love the look of that environment. That lighting is really nice. And I don't know if this is intentional, but they've got a bit of that zebra stripe pattern for Heavy Rain being a zebra. Then we've got CN voices coming out for obviously all the new operators as usual. Love to hear Telopsis in CN. How they do that, they better keep the robot. A bunch of other operators as well, getting the CN voices. Then we've got a bit of story extras for several operators, including Exia. I wonder if that one will tie into the event itself. Now we come to the modules. So this patch's modules are all about AoE. So we've got the AoE snipers and the AoE casters getting their modules. We don't know what they do just yet. We'll have to wait and see until the patch actually comes out, but we can glean a little bit based on the icons. So with these ones, for Flametta and Meteorites, you've got a shield that's being pierced by their shells, which implies some sort of armor penetration. It could be a simple, they ignore 10% of armor on every attack, but what I think would be more interesting is if on skill activation or on every attack, there is a armor debuff. That way allies can take advantage of it. As for W, Sessa, and Shirayuki on the next image, this one, to me, with that very focused center point landing of the shot, implies increased damage, and this is pure speculation on my part, increased damage for the center target of their shots. That would just be my guess. It could be even more boring than that. It might just be a flat damage increase. We have seen some pretty dumb modules for operators like the support guards. But then we've had some very interesting modules, like the for those guards with that cheat death. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And then the next set, so there's Shirayuki with the same as the other two. AoE casters. So Mostima, Grey, Skyfire, they've got a little C in the middle. Are they going to do the right thing? Are they going to give them 1 DP on every attack? Or is it going to be something extremely dull and extremely weak, like 10%? Sorry, not DP. Skill point cost. Although, oh man, actually, if it is a DP reduction, that's even worse. If all they do is lower their deployment cost, that will be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I accidentally came across the worst version of their module. It's just a DP cost reduction, that's terrible. If it's a skill point reduction of just, say, 10%, that's not enough. That's garbage. That's the same as what Chen and her type got. Just worthless crap. It needs to be something significant. Either 1 DP on every hit or even 50% DP reduction, quite frankly. And they still wouldn't be overpowered, even with that upgrade. The other AoE casters have slightly different. So their icons is the double X, which implies a doubling down on their AoE damage, most likely. This could also be my speculation for the AoE snipers, where the central target receives bonus damage, or it could perhaps be an increase of splash on skill activation, or it could just be a straight up damage boost. The damage boost would be kind of dull. Addressing the skill point cost is much more important. And then we move on to the furniture set. Now, normally there's not much to talk about in the furniture set, but what stood out for me here is just the number of guns. It's like playing Where's Wally, but except it's Where's the Guns? So you've got, obviously, the gun on the angel statue. Then you've got gun on the table, what looks like parts for a gun inside this glass over here. Shells, probably a box of shells as well. There's even a framed set of shells that has been shot. There's massive guns in the cupboard. So yes, very, very gun themed. I like the look of it. That's the trailer itself. Now, there is a little bit more because they have put the announcement in game for Arknights CN, so we can get a little bit more information. So the event itself starts on the 15th of March. So that's about a week away as of the making of this video. That means a few days of dead air, which is unfortunate. Then the confirmation that Enforcer is the welfare operator, which is great because I know a lot of people really like the look of this character. And as far as aesthetics go and personality, he seems more interesting than the banner 5-star. Then the new 6-star, so Flame of Immaculacy is the name of her banner. Am I going to pull for her on my CN account? I'm so tight on pulls. We've got Chapter 10 releasing after Walk in the Dust rerun, and then there's the limited banner, and I don't know if I can afford to pull her. I'll have to test her out, and we'll see. The new skins, and a rerun of the Arknights skins that were released for Originium Dust that didn't have anything to do with Rainbow Six. So that is Liskam and Schwartz have their skins rerun. Sadly, no Originium Dust news yet, but it is good to know that the actual Arknight skins are getting a rerun. So yes, this was the main thing I wanted to show you from the actual announcement itself, that we are still getting the Schwartz and Liskam skins. So, what are your thoughts on this event? Are you going to be saving pulls for Flametta? Has her design, her massive incinerating AoE, Phoenix flying down the lane, has that convinced you to go for her? For me, I would love to be able to get her. I'd love to be able to get every character, obviously, but my biggest hesitation is not knowing what's coming up on the limited event, which is the big disadvantage of playing in Arknights CN. As for global, will I pull for her? We'll have to wait and see until I test her. But if she's any good, my main account will almost certainly go for her because my main account does not have W. And W being a limited operator, very difficult to get. She may have to be my W substitute. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. When they do post more details on Flametta's actual skills, I will have a video up on that. And of course, I will be streaming the event itself when it does go live on Arknights CN. Announcement will be on the YouTube channel and the Discord for when that happens. Links in the description. You can also join me on Twitch at twitch.tv/drvolk. And lastly, I will be streaming tomorrow evening, doing some Annihilation stuff while we have a little bit of downtime. Do drop by. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one. Bye.